you guys, I'm Ebony, owner and operator of Skirt So Pretty, and I am here today to tell you guys how to fight and win cases on Poshmark. So, you're on the app, you're selling, life is great, you're getting that bread, you're sending your orders out, you're getting 5-star reviews, and then one day, Poshmark sends you a notification that someone has put a case against one of your items that you have sold. What to do? Well, I'm going to go through a few steps of what you can do to avoid getting cases put against you, and if you can avoid it and the case does happen, what to do, what you do to get out of that case. All right, so how to fight a case. Step one: read the rules and regulations. Let's just start there. By this time, you guys should know the rules and things of that app, but make sure you know the rules. The rules are so simple. All sales are final, except if they are not described, the wrong item is sent, or some other way is not described. Now, when it comes to not described, this goes back to a video I told you a while ago when it comes to when you're beginning your page. When it comes to your description, make sure you're descriptive as possible. Be as honest as possible. If it's a hole, if the zipper seems to stick a little bit, if it has an extra scuff that you're kind of thinking, it's not that bad, no one will notice. Well, someone will notice when they get the item. And it's just bad for your part, because let's say someone does notice when they get the item and they decide to keep the item, but they're not going to buy from you again in the future. So be as honest as you can in your description. But when it comes to getting cases put against you, being as honest as possible in your description will help you in your cases, because when someone goes to put a case against you and they're like, well, this item has a hole in it, or this item is a little bit more worn than I expected, you can always go back to what you said in the description when you're like, okay, well, this item is vintage, it is a little bit on the worn side, because in the Poshmark court of law, everything you say and do will be used against you. So you have to make sure that you are following up with facts, that you are responding with facts, and the facts first begin with what you write in your description. All right. Step 2, pictures. Not only are you going to be as descriptive as possible in your description, but you are also going to follow up with pictures. If you have said in your description that there is a hole, then make sure you have a picture of the hole. So you can say in your description, please see description for hole. This will help you again if you get a case, because not only are you being honest and being descriptive as possible about the item, but also if someone opens you a case, everything you say in your listing will be used and held against you, okay? Step 3, read the signs. Sometimes when we have people coming to us to buy items from us, we kind of know that something doesn't feel right. The person is asking a whole bunch of weird questions. The person is being maybe really aggressive, or you just get a weird vibe. You might go to this person's page and you just check that person out. Go to their ratings. See if people have rated them and what have they said. Go to their listing. See how they communicate with other people. Go to their Meet the Posture. See how they communicate. See how they say things. And that right there, if you see that they're argumentative, if you see that they're getting smart with people, or things of that nature, or things that seems really negative, that's telling you right there, maybe I shouldn't sell to this person. Now, I myself, I take the gamble, because a dollar's a dollar, and I'm not as quick to judge. And I swear to gosh, every time I say and do that, not every time, but a good 75% of the time that I have said that I've come across a troubled buyer, a troubled buyer, I'll be like, F it, I'ma selling them anyway because I want my money. They end up doing a return on me. But most of the times, because I know that if I sell them the item that they're going to open a return, I'll protect myself. And in my next segment of this video, I'm going to explain to you how I protect myself. But most of the time, like I would say a good 75, maybe 60, 75% of the time, when I be like, ooh, this person, I can already see they gonna be a problem. They gonna open the case. They end up opening the case. But I have learned, child. I do high volume. I am constantly moving packages. So when you're constantly moving packages at a high volume, you can expect to get a case open on you at a higher number. So I get about one case a week. You know what? Almost a week. I think that this is the first week that I did not get a case. And I'm gonna have to call my girlfriend. I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to have a glass of wine to celebrate this later, because this was like really the going joke was how long can I go with until I not go a whole week without getting a case. So this is the first week that I have not gotten a case. So yay me. So in getting so many cases, I have learned the signs of a case coming. I have learned what to do and what not to do to avoid cases and things of that nature. And then sometimes it literally is my fault. I might have sent the wrong item. I might have sent the wrong size. And this just happens in selling items, period, and working in merchandise. When you're selling things, sometimes you're going to send something that may be damaged, and you're going to have to pull out your customer service skills, out your customer service bag, and you're going to have to step up to the plate. But then other times, people are literally just, I know they're going to make a case on me because they're trying to get over. So but we're talking about those people right now. So not the people who, sometimes it is what it is, and you got to be like, oh, you're right, I'm wrong. Dear Poshmark, please refund this person their money. We don't even got to go through this whole wait a few day case thing. It's all in the pics. Read the signs. Step 4. If you feel as though that while you are sending an item out, that this person is going to put a case on me, this is going to happen. Like, I've accepted this order. I'm accepting it for a price I wasn't really comfortable with. This person asked too many questions, or I really want this money, so I'm gonna send it out. But if you really feel as though you feel that something's gonna go wrong, I would say record and take pictures of you packaging the item. I had this one girl. She ordered this crop top for me. Wait, I'm gonna tell you the crop top story after I tell you the next thing. Record yourself and take pictures. Do skirts. So do your ad name. Do the person's ad name. Take a picture of the condition in which you are sending the item. Keep the receipt. The receipt will have the weight of the item on it. Keep all of those things until they have released your money to you. Now, I'm gonna tell you my story after, because my story kind of brings everything together. So I don't want to tell the story just yet. Hold on a second, my fault. Alright, part 2 of this video. The case has been opened. Now what? Oh my gosh, the case has been opened. Someone opened the case. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? First thing you're going to do is you're going to calm your behind down. Calm down. It's not the end of the world. Lord Jesus, I be in the Facebook chats, and I be on the Reddits and the Instagram, and people be going crazy when cases is being opened on you. It's okay. It's a part of selling items. Cases are going to happen. It's a part of the learning experience. Cases suck. You want your money. But it is what it is. So first thing you got to do is you got to calm down. And the reason why you got to calm down is because you need to read what the person is saying. A lot of times you can shut down the whole investigation because the person have kind of told on themselves within the first paragraph. Um, Someone could say something like, "Oh, I don't want this item because of what it doesn't fit," and the posture didn't respond to me in a timely manner, and the posture didn't send, and you all you see is the negative. The posture didn't this, the posture didn't that, the posture didn't that, and you ready to argue with this person and go back and forth with them. But the first thing you didn't see is that boom, it said, "I don't want this item because it doesn't fit," along with all of these negative things about you. No, Poshmark doesn't return for fits. If you go back to the very first thing I told you about how to handle and fight cases is read the rules. Poshmark does not return for fit. Poshmark returns for, let me go back so I can be, all sales are final except not described, wrong item sent, or some other way not described. Fit is not one of them. So if you were to see something like that, because you're calm, you can just stick to the facts. Because I swear to gosh, I've been in so many of these things. I realized, like, I got to put on my CSI, or my SVU, the law and order. I got to go into my law and order bag because I got to be a fake lawyer, because now I got to really fight my case. And it's when I stick to the facts of the case, or I'm treating it as though, Poshmark is only going to stick to the facts of the case and you're guilty or proven innocent, and I'm about to prove that, I'm innocent, because you already ready to say, buyer, they got this item and they're saying that the item's not described. What you going to say? They're already ready to buy to side with the buyer. So their seller, me, it's my turn. It's my time to step up and fight my case and stick to the facts of what the person is saying. So the first thing is be calm and read what the person is saying. See if there's anything in what they're saying that you wanna wait. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. See if there's anything that they're saying that you want to give a response to. Because they could say, "Oh, the color is off," and you could say, "Okay, well, you could take a picture," or you could say, and they could say, "Well, the color says green, but it's more bluish," and you could say, "Okay, well, my description says it's a greenish bluish color. That's why I have it marked and the colors as green and blue, and say in the description." You see, if you write these things in your description, a lot of what you're going through in the case, you can fight off. Now, let's say the person, or you could have made a mistake, and if you did make a mistake, here's the best part. I'm sorry. I stopped reading this list a second ago, so I don't even know if we had 2.56, but whatever number we are, is very important. And I should have said this at the beginning. No matter what happens when a case is opened on you, do not argue with a customer. This is customer service. It don't matter what they say against you, no matter what they say about the brand. Understand that this person is going to say whatever because they don't know you and they just want to get their money back. It ain't nothing personal. Like, they just decided they don't want the item and they going to say and do whatever to get their item back. But you have to remember that this is a customer. So do not argue with them. Do not go back and forth with them, because what you say and how you handle this case could make you a friend forever or an enemy forever. And I'd rather have the word of mouth of my customer service spread that I was so nice and I was so sweet and understanding in this customer service, that the person would, even if they say, "I'm not going to buy from her again," if my name was to ever come up in a conversation, it's not going to be like, "Oh, don't buy from her," because all it takes is that word of mouth to say, "Oh, don't buy from her," right? So please, 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 no matter what, try to keep that customer service piece in there and don't argue with the customer. Yeah. don't argue with the cut. Oh, that was the next one. Stick to your side, but state your side, but stick to the facts. We're not arguing. So if the person could say this and that and that and the third about your closet and about your customer service, it don't matter. Stick to the facts, because all the person on Poshmark side is looking for and reading is the facts. Is this item as described? Is it not as described? Is it the buyer's fault? Is it the seller's fault? So stick to the facts. And this is where pulling out your evidence of, remember I told you that you want to get that gut feeling. Listen to your gut feeling. That's your intuition. That is your third eye. That's your third reseller eye talking to you, telling you something's not right. Listen to that person in your head and take your pictures, take your video, because now it's in the case that you can open it up, that you can say, no, I did have a feeling that this was going to come up, so I took my pictures to show that this item was in this exact condition when I sent it. So that will definitely help you. Now, let's say you do all of that in Poshmark size with the buyer, and you get the item back. Now, if the item comes back to you, and I know you're upset, you're irked, you have lost your case, because it's truly up to the other side, the person on the other side of Poshmark, who wins or who loses. But let's say you do lose and you get your item back. Take your item. Don't cry over that spilled milk. Relist it. Take new pictures. Relist it. And be more descriptive this time around. This goes all the way back to step number 1. Be as descriptive as possible in your pictures and in your description. That's it. Move on. You've learned a lesson. It's a lesson that hurts. It's a lesson that irks. But you've learned a lesson. And if you want your money, go get your money. That's what's up. Keep it moving. If the person blocks you, that sucks. Oh, well, they a little salty. But you shouldn't be all blocking people all because they done said this and that. They're going to be irked. Yeah, that's true. But I'm not a fan of just blocking people just because of any and everything. Like, people look at this thing where they block everybody on Poshmark. And my thing is, don't block your blessings. Just because a person is mad right now won't mean that they won't get over it. Because, like, sometimes it just is what it is. But let's say the item comes back to you, it's not as described, and this is not fair. Well, or the person sends you an item that is not your item that you sent, because that happens. Like, let's say you send a really expensive pair of shoes and they send you back some broken down Payless shoes, and it's like, how that happened? Well, this is where you take your pictures and you have to open your case to Poshmark and go through your process. But let's say Poshmark keeps ignoring you, or you feel as though, because Poshmark's not ignoring you, but let's say you feel as though this person got over on you. This item has got a hole in it that it didn't have before. This item has a stain on it didn't have before. This item did not come back to me in the manner in which I sent it. And it's now on you to be persistent and consistent in following up with Poshmark, taking all your pictures and sending in the item as your evidence of the pictures and the videos that is not as described. And if you're consistent and persistent with it, Poshmark will come back and reimburse you. It might take a little bit of time, and you might get irritated, and it might take you to take send a couple of emails, but they will come back and reimburse you. Because I've had that happen. No, I had a pair of boots that the person just lied on, whatever. She got her boots back because I was over the argument, like, whatever, just send me my boots back, because I can just relist them, because I let them originally go for a ridiculous price in the beginning. So just send me my boots. And that's another thing. Like, sometimes you got those people who you give it for a price that you weren't comfortable with. And the person is arguing with you. You kind of doing that back and forth. Just stop. You already you were already feeling like you could have got more for it and things of that nature. So just be like, just send me my item back. I would rather have my item back so I can relist it for somebody to get it at a higher price that would appreciate it than for me to lose a potential customer, to argue with people, to get my blood pressure up, all of that. No, just sometimes it's just easier to just be like, give me my stuff back. It's fine, whatever. I told you, be persistent and consistent, and Poshmark will end up giving you your money back if the item from the case comes back to you not as described, if you lose the case. But everything all goes back to, circles back around to step one. Be as descriptive as possible in your description, so that way people will not open cases on you in the beginning. And if you're as descriptive as possible with your pictures and in your listing, when people do open cases on you, you can easily fight and win your cases. I'm Skirt So Pretty. I'm out of here. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Poshmark. Follow me on YouTube. I'm Skirt So Pretty on all platforms. This week I have a passion sip coming up. I'm hosting in the Roxborough area, Philadelphia, with Diva Deluxe. I have another passion sip at Jomar, South Philly on the 20th. And more, I have more details on that on my Instagram page. And on the 27th, I have another a community passion sip in South Philly. I'll have a community table set up. Come talk to me face to face. I can do closet consultations, and I can talk to people about how to set up how to set up their closet and how to get started making that bread on the Poshmark ad. Peace and blessings. I'll holler at y'all next time. Oh, let me know how y'all feeling about this video. I hope I helped y'all. Again, the clock has started. This is week 1. How long until I get another case? I'll let y'all know on the Instagram.